Good day, gardeners. It is the first weekend in March in Zone 5, so it's about 10 weeks out from our first frost, and so I'm starting the items, the planting inside to get a head start for the things that require a little head start, and about 10 weeks forward. So I've started some of them here. These still need to be covered, but these are 72 cell trays with my potting mix, organic choice, and I just put it in a bucket to make it easy to use. And I really just get my buckets on sale at the end of the season. That one happens to be Easter-ish. I have some Halloween ones. The Halloween ones were like a dime at the end of the season, and I do use them throughout the season, so it works really well for me. So I filled up our seed cells, and I've taken one empty one, and this might get filled today, it might not, and just given everything a little imprint. So I've got a little indent to put my seeds in. What I'm going to start with is a chili pepper cayenne blend. These are from Botanical Interest. I grew these last year and they were very fun. There's red and yellow. And because these are last year's seeds, I'm going to put a couple seeds in each cell. In fact, I'm going to put 3 in. Normally, I would put 2 in and know that I would get at least 1 strong start. But because these seeds are from 2015, so they're a couple years old, I'm just going to give myself a little safety net. So if I get more than 1 in each cell, when they get mature enough, I will separate them out. Next, so before I do anything else, I want to mark that. So I just have these craft sticks and with a ballpoint pen, marked what they are. Next, I'm going to do eggplant, and we like a lot of eggplant. I'm going to be using the Black Beauty eggplant, and this brand, Southern Charm, I think is made from Fairy Morse, and I happen to just get a bunch of these on sale. They're sealed pretty tight. There we go. And these are dated from 2016, so I still am probably going to put 3 in each cell. And what you'll notice is that these seeds look a lot like the pepper seeds. And this type of seed just takes a little longer to germinate, which is why we're starting them this early. I just need 2 more seeds for that last cell. And of course I got more than 2, but that's all right. And then my very scientific method of just folding them down. I'm going to put these pepper seeds away before I misplace them. And then I'll put my eggplant marker in. Lastly, in this row, I'm going to plant some dark green Italian parsley. And we like the flat leaf parsley better than we like curly parsley. And I put a fair amount of seeds in each one because I really have a hard time getting these to germinate. And I will probably plant these again just to make sure that I get as much as I want. We eat a lot of parsley in tabbouleh and salads, and we juice it sometime, put it in our smoothies. So next I'm just going to cover them up. With more of this potting mix that has been slightly dampened. I don't want it to go on dry because then it won't absorb the moisture when I water it. It needs to be kind of like skin or a sponge that if it's not wet, it doesn't absorb as well. And I'm really just, these are all about between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, except the parsley, which is, because those seeds are so small, it's much less, just enough to cover it up to get germination. In the next row, I'm going to plant some basil, and I have 2 types. I have Genovese basil from Seeds of Change, and I have basil Italian large leaf from some independent seller. And much like the parsley, we use a lot of basil. And I'm going to do this one a little bit differently, and I don't know if this is proven or scientific or whatever, but it's just always how my folks did it, so it's how I do it. These seeds are very tiny, and so I'm going to sprinkle several in each cell, and I'm not going to cover those with the potting mix until they start to sprout. What I am going to do with those is lay something on top of them. And I'm going to do another 6-pack here with this other type. So what I'm going to use is something opaque. So I just have this lid from some container, and that's actually going to be set on there when it's over on the shelf getting some heat. And what that does is just keep it dark without the weight of the soil that would require more strength from those itty-bitty seeds to break through. And like I say, I don't know if that's scientific or not. It is what my folks did, and it somehow always worked. In this last tray, I'm going to start some marigolds. I have these pods from last year, and I pulled them off the plant at the end of the year, but these are all the seeds then. And that's kind of cool. So I don't ever have to buy marigold seeds again. And generally for Easter or Mother's Day, I give everyone some sort of something growing, some plant of some sort from all of this. And so I do want to start. Easter is the 3rd weekend in April, and while these won't be big enough, well, maybe they will be sometime. There's enough time that I actually can give them something with a bloom. And so again, I'm just going to take the soil or potting mix and smooth it over. After I have all of my seeds planted and covered or not covered, as I choose, I'll water from the bottom, which means because these seed cells are in an unpunctured tray, I'll just put some water in the bottom and they'll come from the bottom up, then they'll get their nutrition. I lay the dome on, and this helps hold the heat and the moisture in. As soon as things start germinating, the dome comes off because then it just cooks them. So it's really used for just a short period of time in an effort to help retain heat. So what we've done today is some basil, some marigolds, parsley, eggplant, the cayenne pepper blend. These are some burpee sweets, yellow sweet peppers, purple sweet peppers, These are some New Mexico Joes that are hotter pepper, orange habanero hotter pepper. So we've got what I need that needs 10 weeks start prior to the last frost date. And I'll be back in 2 weeks to show you some tomatoes. If you've got any questions, put them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them or find some resources to answer them. And if there's anything else that you'd like to see in a video, put that in there as well. And let me know how you're doing.